celebrating occupational therapy. So we want to be here to celebrate these ladies and to say thank you for all that you do. And with that, we wanted to share about what exactly they do here at Friends' Homes, and a very interesting topic, which is how hand strength affects health and daily functions. Now, if you haven't received a card to write your name, they are doing a drawing at the end of today. So raise your hand if you haven't received a card yet. Oh, no. Everyone's got it. Okay, so we're good. And then at the end of his presentations, we have some goodies at the table that you can come up and receive. So right at the end, we'll come in. Now I want to go ahead and bring up our wonderful occupational therapist, and they're going to start our presentation.
Thank you, Jasmine. I'm learning how to use this microphone, so let me know if you can't hear me. I'm Brandy Peterson. That's Suzanne. I'm blanking on your last name. Kelly. Suzanne Kelly. And we're your 2 OT staff here on the Friends West campus. And we float to Guilford every now and then. It is on, it's just not working well. I see the green light. We're your 2 OT staff here on the Friends West campus. And we're going to jump right into our topic for today, which is called Get a Grip. How hand strength affects health and daily function.
Hold it straight up.
I think our computer went to sleep, Kayla. I'm just going to turn off the sleep feature, but I'll leave and give that down. Okay, thank you to Jasmine and Kayla for including Trinity Rehab and the Friends West OT team in this first talk. It's been fun learning and preparing for this topic, and I'll have to admit that grip strength is not anything that I focused a whole lot on in my OT practice until we chose this topic, but it's been really, really interesting to learn more about it. And to learn just how significant a role it plays in our daily function. April, as Jasmine mentioned, is National OT Month, and the theme for this year, I think fits wonderfully with this community. It's advancing health, well-being, and quality of life. As a profession, occupational therapists strive to help people get stronger through exercise, but we also teach people how to adapt and compensate for the changes that our bodies are going through as we get older.
So when we talk about grip strength, we're looking primarily at the hand, but we also need to be thinking about the muscles of the forearm that are involved. We also have so many small bones and tendons, ligaments, and muscles that may be affected and are affecting our hand strength. Defining grip strength, it's a measure of muscle strength or max force generated by the forearm and hand muscles, and it's an important indicator for causes of cardiovascular, cognitive, and physical decline. So it's not just something that happens from an arm or hand injury. There are various medical problems or just general weakness that we definitely notice our hand strength can become significantly decreased. It can be due to a lack of activity and the fact that when we're not feeling well, it makes it harder to exercise, and we generally are less active around the house, doing our daily activities and our hobbies, so we will notice some weakness there.
My slide touches on some of what Suzanne already mentioned, but we'll cover the main causes of decreased grip strength that we see in the research. Aging is at the top of that list. It affects our muscles, affects our strength, and general deconditioning that can happen over time if we stray from an exercise routine. Arthritis can impact our hand and grip strength, and different neurological conditions such as stroke, neuropathies, acute injuries. Back to neurological conditions. Something that we're encountering more and more in our work is working with people who have Parkinson's, and this is impacting strength, definitely. Multiple sclerosis is another one as well. But acute injuries from some of the leisure activities that we engage in, maybe a broken arm, hand injuries, and shoulder injuries can all impact grip strength as well.
Types of grip strength, we typically categorize into 3 types: crush grip, support grip, and pinch grip. So a crush grip measures how hard you can crush an object between your palms and your fingers, like when you're squeezing a bottle of ketchup, or swinging a tennis racket, opening a jar, those types of things. Brandy's demonstrating. Crush grip. Support grip is how long you can hold on to an object, which is important for activities like carrying in groceries, holding a small hand weight, picking up a laundry basket. And pinch grip is how hard you can pinch an object between your fingertips and your thumb. And that's important for things like holding a pen or pencil, a key, picking up small items, especially pills. We encounter those things every day, so we've got to be able to do things like manage our medications, use a key to open the door, those sorts of things.
So grip strength and your health. It's closely associated with 2 widely accepted signs of aging, the first of which is sarcopenia, which refers to loss of muscle, and dynapenia, which refers to a loss of strength. And starting as early as our 30s, we begin to lose muscle mass and strength, including in our hands. And we need our hands for everyday tasks, as we all know. Hand strength is a strong indicator of our overall ability to function in everyday activities, including chores, leisure tasks, pickleball. I know we have a lot of pickleball players here on campus, and just using gym equipment and attending fitness classes. Having good grip strength is associated with improved overall strength, bone density, and brain health. An interesting quote that we found from an occupational therapist who specializes in hands says that strong hands mean more productive and less painful hands. So we found a lot of research studies that have been done around the globe, and they all draw this conclusion that they link decreased grip strength with a decline in overall health. So I think the data is there to support more of an emphasis on our hands and trying to strengthen them.
So what kinds of things do we do every day that were affected by grip strength, or we do notice some weakness there? Some examples: carrying in grocery bags, putting the items away, cooking, opening doors, gripping handrails on the stairs, using the equipment, like Brandy said, at the wellness center, grooming tasks. Some other examples: driving, writing, doing crafts, playing cards, reading a book, using your walker or cane, being able to hold on safely, gardening. Some other examples are things like when you're using a shower and a handheld sprayer, you want to be able to hold that safely. Working in the wood shop, using tools, even things like technology, holding onto your cell phone or using the mouse on your computer computer are all things that we need to have strong hands for. And increasing your grip and hand strength may also improve your dexterity and fine motor.
So we've been talking for the last few minutes about, uh-oh, did I kill it? So we've been talking for the last few minutes about grip strength. So how do we measure it? You know, we've got to have some objective way to measure it. And in this setting, this is the simple tool that we use. It's called a dynamometer. And we invite you to come up at the end and check your grip strength if you'd like to. In our practice, we take 3 examples per side, 3 tests per side, and we average them. And that's our baseline. And then we start working from there. We set up an exercise routine and begin working from that. And there are averages out there for different age groups. And I'm just going to give you figures for the 70-year-olds and older. Average grip for women in this age group is 48.5 pounds. For men, it's 79 pounds. And if women have an average grip of 35 pounds or less, then you're considered at risk for maybe a decline in your functional activities, daily self-care routines. And for men, if your grip strength is 57 pounds or less, then you're considered at risk. That's about all I have. Let's go back to that for a second. I want you to look at those numbers. So 57 pounds is average for men, 70 and older, 35. No, this is you're at risk if your average is this or lower. Sorry. These numbers would mean you're at risk.
So if we're looking to increase our grip strength, our number 1 go-to typically is exercise. There's various types of exercises to focus on the hand and forearm strengthening in order to improve that. Nutrition is also very important for overall health. And calcium and vitamin D. There have been studies that actually correlate low calcium and vitamin D levels with poor bone health and hand strength. And tools and devices, sometimes as we're working on strengthening, people like to use certain gadgets I'm sure you've seen before. And there's a variety of tools that we can use to help during these times when we have poor hand strength. On our table, we do have some examples of some different items that you would use in the kitchen or doing during regular activities. And these are some things that help to adapt and make things easier during that time. And also at the end too, we're going to have a giveaway of some of these items too.
So we're going to end the OT portion of our talk with this quote that we found from a gerontologist at the Cleveland Clinic. I think it's a nice segue to our partners in wellness. Grip strength naturally declines around age 50 and maybe even earlier. People who maintain grip strength age more slowly. They stay healthier longer and are stronger throughout their bodies.
Does anyone have any questions about grip strength?
Any questions for the OTs?
All right, thank you.
Well, I'm going to talk a little bit more about the wellness part. And so therapy and wellness works together, and we use the same space. And so I wanted to show you one, what are the next steps that you can do? Because on their list was exercise. And so we have really great equipment. And so we have a book a consultation if you haven't already. Create a personalized program. We have recreational opportunities. And then attend a group exercise class if you haven't yet. And so why book a consultation? Personalized guidance. We're going to tailor your goals. We're going to gauge your fitness level, where you're at, and then your health concerns. Everyone's different. Everyone's at different levels. And so when you're talking with us, we can understand what's your why and what's your goals. Because the next part is goal setting. So we're setting clear and achievable goals is essential for success. So we want you to come back. We want you to continue the program. Education, learning proper exercise techniques, breathing patterns, and form cues during a fitness consultation. So when you have your orientations, we're taking you through each machine that is based on your program and teaching you how to use that equipment. Motivation and accountability. So when you call and you set an appointment, most likely you'll show up. I hope. So it is accountability to you, but it's also accountability to your wellness team. And so Kayla does a phenomenal job calling in, checking in, seeing where you're at in your progress. Is it time to increase some of those pounds? Maybe it's getting a little too easy and we need to up those weights. Customized exercise programs based on your goals and fitness levels. We can design and customize your exercise program to your needs. So if you haven't already been to the fitness center, you might have seen those special bands. And so with these bands, we can see what you're doing, which is great. We can program what machines you can use and how much weight that you can put on there. And so this all comes in with your consultation and your orientation. Progress tracking. So with our Her Strength equipment, we can track your progress over time. And so we can see your overall strength, your max rep, all in this data. We can see your frequency. We don't know if you're lying. You say you come on Monday. We don't see your name. We're going to have a talk. So what are the benefits of a personalized program? We have that customization. Help with creating an effective and enjoyable program. Now, not everyone might think fitness is fun, but it is good for you. And the key thing is habits. Staying consistent, showing up for yourselves. Efficiency, designed to maximize efficiency by focusing on exercise and activities that are most effective for your goals. So my goals are probably not the same for you. So we want to make sure that we tailor that it is what you want. Maybe it is just for your overall well-being, or I want to carry my grandchild. I want to be able to walk and not be so tired. And so all of that comes when you're talking with your wellness team. Reduce risk of injury. We take under consideration your current fitness level, your movement patterns, and any existing injuries or limitation. And again, that all comes when you're talking to us, letting us know, hey, I'm having a little bit of shoulder issues. Of course, first talk to your doctor. We need to know all of that first before you come in. So, a consultation and orientation will take about 30 to 45 minutes. It's not that long. And if you really need a speed go through, then I think we can make it 15 minutes. So 15 minutes to improve your overall well-being, it's not that bad. So here are some of the recreational opportunities that we have here at Friends Homes. Walking clubs. We have several resident-led walking opportunities on and off campus. We have pickleball. Schedule recreational play on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week. And we have a sign-up sheet if you'd like to go in. It's in the sports board, and you can fill in when you would like to play. Hiking trails, a variety of walking and hiking paths throughout West and Guilford campus. A pool and a spa. Heated saltwater pool and spa with jets to enjoy anytime outside of pool class times, 7 days a week, 6 a.m. to 11:59. Cornhole, they meet every Tuesday Tuesday and Thursday at the Guilford Solarium. Chair volleyball, they play on Fridays at 3:30 p.m. in the sports court. And then we have a game room with a variety of games for pleasure, including billiards, ping pong, air hockey, skee ball, shuffleboard, and a mini arcade. So we have a ton of opportunities that you can utilize. So we've also put in each of your cubbies all of our group fitness classes, including some of the recreational. If you have any questions, Kayla and I will be here to answer them. If you'd like to book a consultation, we can make that happen. But here is the contact information for our therapist here. And then our contact information for your wellness team. And I believe that is all. So, is it, yes, question?
Have you tracked the miles or in terms of the different trails around here? I think you were gonna be working on a map or whatever of what the trails are and how many steps or, well, I guess miles or feet or whatever. Has that happened yet?
So we have some maps of laps that we have that we can share. We don't have a designated route outside, but that is something that we would love to have, even indoor. Any other questions? I know what you want. You want those prizes. That's what you're here for. Okay, well, let's go ahead and get this drawing.
We did have some latecomers, so.
Yes. If you haven't already, we have a drawing. All you need to do is put your first and last name. That way you get a chance to win a prize. Can you raise your hand if you came in and haven't signed it?
If you didn't put your card with your name on it in the bowl, raise your hand.
Curious about their grip strength.
If anyone is curious about your grip strength, you can come over to Brandy and we can check out your grip strength.
Mark,
We got one back there.
One more back
Over
there.
here.
Okay.
Come on over.
I won't let it forget you. You won't have to pull it up all the time. Mark, you got one over here too.
I'll get one. I have to go back to the top.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna draw one. You're drawing one.
That's not big.
You're here. You got it.
I just need your pen.
I got it.
Okay.
There's your card right there. You want to get
Can you put your name on that and give it to Mark?
I think we're just waiting on a few more cards.
Yep,
Right
some
here.
cards.
You got it? The first one we drew is Elena Barbs or Barber. Elena, that's the first card that we drew.
So we thought we just let try their name, come up and pick what you want.
The next one, Gordon Letizia. You can come on up and pick something from the table. And you can take one of our Trinity Rehab
well, I'm trying it at home.
Thank you.
Okay. Okay, so,